Oh yeah, what is that?
I think.
It's like these, it looks like claws. Look at that. There's like a cave down there. What do you think lives in there? Not disturb until 2100. Do you know what's in there?
It's called the time capsule.
A couple months ago, Backcountry asked me if I wanted to make a video for them. So I grabbed some gear and learned how to rock climb on the edge of a cliff. When Backcountry called me last week and wanted to sponsor this video, I knew I had to take it to the next level. So I called up my favorite backcountry gearhead to help me choose what equipment I would need for this adventure. Hey Nick, how's it going, man?
Going really good.
Awesome, awesome. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going on a trip to Mexico next week, and I'm doing two massive caves, a 200 meter and a 400 meter deep cave. So I'm gonna need some gear to be rappelling down these things.
All right, right off the get, I would definitely recommend checking out Peak Designs. You can sling the backpack under your shoulder like most camera guys do, and the zips are actually access to the main body of the backpack. You probably want some kind of light. You could also go with something like this Light in Motion TAS 1200 light. But you can also, strap this thing down onto your backpack or some kind of equipment so that you don't have to be handheld all the time. If you're being really nimble with your fingers, Black Diamond makes a crag glove that are fingerless, or you could just get the full finger and just have all that, friction avoiding burning your fingertips or anything like that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Nick. Thank you very much.
Look forward to hearing from you again, Cody.
Yeah, thank you. These gearheads are outdoor experts whose job it is to provide you with highly knowledgeable recommendations on what gear is right for your adventure. I've landed in Tampico, Mexico. I flew to Mexico City, then to Tampico, and it's been a whole day event. It is now 11 p.m. As I was looking for an Uber, I was saved by my friend here, Veronica, and her father, Jorge, who are gonna be driving me. Thank you guys very much. Apparently there's no Uber here, so they're gonna be driving me to the bus station, which is like 20 minutes away, where I then get a bus for the next 3 hours. So Veronica, you are an electrical engineer in Mexico City. So that means you control the whole power grid for all of Mexico, basically. I was saying, do you have a big red button? She's got one big red button, and with this button she can turn off all the power in Mexico City, which I thought was a pretty amazing superpower to have.
It's amazing job.
Thank you very much, Veronica.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. Take care.
Bye-bye.
And have a good night. All right, we made it to the bus stop. Guys, you won't believe this. I literally bought the ticket as it's about to leave. It's 11:30 at night. It's the last bus of the night. Oh, yes, that's me. Okay. I lucked out big time on that one. So I'm gonna enjoy this nice air-conditioned bus, try and get 3 hours of sleep, and I'll update you soon. Well, 3 hours later, I've made it. I basically just slept the whole time. 2:30 a.m. in Mexico. All right, let's do it. I finally made it to my hotel. I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna go and do this amazing cave in the morning. So we finally made it to the Cave of Huahuas, or actually we're on the path there now. It's about a 25-minute walk down in this forest. We basically drove all the way up to the top of this mountain. This cave is just about 200 meters deep, so it's gonna take us probably 10 minutes to rappel down, and then like 15 minutes to go back up with the assistance of the guys that are hired to like help pull you up. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a team effort to do this today. But we got about a 20-minute walk down through the forest now until we get there. I didn't realize how hot and sweaty it would be this early in the morning, but we made it down to this cave, and this is so much bigger than I was even expecting. Oh my god. You can't even see the bottom. Oh, there it is. So it is a whole entire setup to get this thing going. Look at this. Look at the amount of rope here that we have to get just to go down into this cave. Now this camera is going in the bag. I'm getting the GoPro out, and we're about to go down. This is something else. So right now our guide Mundo is going down first. He's the first one down today, and he's gonna be at the bottom. So when I'm rappelling down, he'll be able to, you know, hold the rope steady.
Do you know what I feel? I'm sick of all your lies. Just say you want me. Say you want me back.
Oh my god, this is insane. Whew. This is quite the setup here. Well, look at this. I can stop, and I can just look around, or I can go fast and let it go. I feel like I'm a fireman. Whoa. Oh, my, I can feel the heat. I can feel the friction. Woo! It's like there's a whole entire jungle down here. Oh god. I've got the ultimate wedgie right now. That was insane. We've made it all the way down into the cave. It is so deep. Everything is really slippery as we're trying to walk down this path to get even farther down there. Look at this. We're in our own jungle and we're slipping down. It's super slippery and super moist and like wet down here. It's like a totally different scenery than it was up there. We're on another planet here. We got all this vibrant green with the black rock mixed in, and another super deep, ominous cave.
I'm having a problem with the connection.
You can start to see it in the camera. You can't even see it with your eyes. You can start to see it with the camera. 180 meters more, but it's a little more dangerous because the rock down there it's like so loose. So as soon as you get down there, the rocks just like start tumbling down like an avalanche. So this cave was just the warm-up. We're heading out of here now, back up. It's gonna take like probably 30 minutes for them to pull us back up, and we're gonna get out of here. Just dangling from a rope, about 100 meters deep in a cave. Oh, I'm being pulled like a bungee cord right now. Oh, this is not a good feeling. There's one single rope and it feels like a bungee cord. At any second, I feel like this thing could snap. Oh God. I've been doing this pulling thing where I've been pulling up, but you can really only pull so far. That was some ride. I felt like at any point that rope was gonna snap, but I was lucky it didn't. Luckily these guys know what they're doing. But this was just the warm-up. Tomorrow we go even bigger, twice the size of this one. It's now 6:30 in the morning and the sky out there is pretty amazing over the mountaintops. Right over there is just a ton of clouds. And we're walking down now to find the swallows. all of the swallows are leaving. I'm told that there's 2 million of these. I don't know if I heard that right, but there's 2 million of them. And what they're doing here is, behind me, they're circling like this, and then they're all leaving right behind me. You can see them. They're all leaving at sunrise. So there's everyone here. And after sunrise, we're actually going down into this thing. But this is crazy because it kind of looks like a tornado of swallows. Whoa. Look at that. So when there's a cave like this where you go in from the top, it's called a sótano. And a cenote, which a lot of people are familiar with, is when there's water at the bottom. This is just a giant cave that you go down from the top. So it's called Sótano de los Golondrinas. It's a tongue twister for me, but yeah, it's the cave of the swallows. There's so many swallows coming out of here. There was like 30-40 minutes of just a break. Like there was no birds coming out. But then all of a sudden, they started coming out again. It's like this is the second wave. Like these ones were sleeping for a little bit longer. There's a second wave of birds and they're all coming out now. I was wondering why we haven't gone down yet, but apparently they knew there was a second wave coming. This is insane, Mundo. Yeah, oh my God. We are descending into the depths of darkness. I can't even see anything down there. And we're on just one single line. I don't even know, this camera does not fully show how huge this cave is. We are going so far down. If you have a fear of heights, I would not recommend doing this. But luckily, I don't really have a fear of heights, you know, but this is, this is a whole nother experience. This is really extreme. $400 meters down.
Totally, we're gonna be down in the cave for 512 meters.
Wow. Like how often do you go into a cave? Like every day or like 5 days a week?
No, I don't know. Yesterday we went to different caves.
So you have to do this a lot.
Yeah. Usually 3-4 times a week.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but we are just spinning like crazy. I would say that we're probably about, how far are we, you think? 200 meters?
Right now?
Yeah. We're halfway down there. I can feel it. It's getting pretty dark.
Here is my friend Cody. He's coming down 400 meters down in the one of the deepest cave in the world, El Sótano de las Golondrinas, a legendary cave. So we're very lucky to be down in this.
We're spinning like crazy.
Yeah. He almost gonna land. Yeah.
You ever seen the movie Avatar? It feels like we're on another planet.
Can you hear? Or is the camera? I hear something. You didn't hear that noise?
No.
I don't know what it was.
You just hear these birds. It's the parrots. They're still squeaky. Parrots?
The other one?
Yeah.
Hawks.
Oh yeah, that was a hawk. How many people get to come down into this cave? Not as many.
No.
At the bottom of this cave of swallows, you can hear the hawks, which are the ones that eat the swallows. You can also hear parrots occasionally. All the swallows have left here, which you saw earlier. So all the swallows are gone, but as you can imagine, they're pretty much lined the walls if you were to be down here when they were here. And there's just piles of bird crap everywhere. Oh yeah, what is that?
I think.
It's like these, it looks like claws.
I don't know which birds, if the parrots or the swallows.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Do you think the birds are clawing it?
Because they eat maybe they eat this thing.
Oh.
You see?
Yeah.
And when they don't go out because it's cold season, raining season, like a hurricane, they stay in here for 3 or 4 days. So they need to eat something. I don't know.
Right.
We need to put a camera in here, leave it there for a couple of days, and see what is this.
It's weird. It looks like
Somebody in jail.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It looks like prison walls. Look at that. There's like a cave down there. Inside the cave. What do you think lives in there? That's the cave. It doesn't look like you can get in unless you like squeeze in through there.
You can put something, whatever you want to put in.
Oh, you can sign it?
Yeah.
I see you're in there a couple times.
Oh, look.
It's just a book of you.
It's 1 year ago. 26th of December. 25, 26. I came down 2 days.
I put exploring with Cody.
Yeah.
Look at that. You get it? We're marked down in history now. Not disturb until 2100.
This.
So I wonder who's gonna be the person to rush down here on New Year's Day, 2100. You think it'll last that long?
Yeah.
You're just over there. Doesn't look so small. On the opposite side of the cave, I've walked all the way up here. The cave that we're in now, it's about as wide as it is deep at the bottom here. So 400 meters deep, 400 meters wide at the base here. So I've probably been in here exploring around for an hour now. I have felt like it was a sauna, and it's very hot down here. But I have to keep this helmet on and everything to be protected from any falling rocks. But we're gonna go and make the ascent now. I'm gonna put everything in the backpack and switch over to my phone. Mundo says a lot of people don't necessarily do this. So to be one of the only people down here in this cave, like I have my name written in this book, and that amount of people have been down here. So it's kind of like being one of the first people on the moon. That's what it feels like. Not necessarily as sacred, but it feels very similar.
Hasta la vista, amigo. You're like a bungee.
This is insane. I'm being lifted up right now. We can only go one at a time. They can't pull us both up because I'm heavy alone as it is. So I've got some Mission Impossible stuff going on right now. They're pulling me up away. This is crazy. I'm just spinning like nonstop. I'm so glad I didn't eat anything for breakfast this morning because I'm just sitting here spinning. Apparently when there's a new rope, it just spins like crazy. But look at what I am looking at, guys. Just nothingness and spinning non-stop. If this is making you dizzy, just imagine how I feel. I've been up here for about 15 minutes. Right now, I'm dangling. Probably only 50 meters left. Listen. There is a hawk, and he's circling me. I think he thinks I'm food for him. I've seen him fly by like twice now. Nothing has ever felt better than being on solid ground, dangling almost 400 meters above the ground as a bungee cord is like stringing you for half an hour. It's not the best feeling. I gotta say, that was probably the most intense thing I've ever done. Like more than bungee jumping, more than skydiving. Coming up on that rope for half an hour, you just sit there and spin and think about all the things that you could have done to help someone. But no, seriously, that was a lot of fun. We're now setting the rope back down for Mundo, so we got about another half an hour before he gets up here. My guide Mundo was an absolute legend, and I really appreciate all of his help. I also want to give a huge thanks to Backcountry for making this adventure possible, as well as Nick, the gearhead, who helped me choose what I would need for this trip. If you guys want to try a new adventure for yourself, let Backcountry help you plan it by checking out the link in the description and using the code for an amazing discount off of your first purchase. And if you guys do, make sure you use the hashtag GoatWorthy on social media so that I know. And guys, every time I finish one of these videos, my whole body is left completely aching, but it was an incredible experience and really an unforgettable memory. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time, explore the world.